Hi Libra, this is Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Welcome to your November 2017 tarot reading, a little bit of astrology and cartouche oracle if necessary. Libra, you are a cardinal sign. You are an initiator. Your motto is, not your motto, I'm sorry, your image is the scale. So you're very much a diplomat. What was it? There's another astrologer who describes you as the iron fist in a velvet glove. So you're assertive, but you're extremely diplomatic about it. You rule the seventh house. Your house is the seventh house, so it's how you relate to how someone relates to the other. That's what you're all about. The you and the other, the relationships we form, how we get along, how we exchange ideas. Very positive air sign, logical sign, but ruled by Venus. So very romantic, very much into beauty, very much into the arts, things like that, the fine things in life. Now, as I said, your ruling planet is Venus. Venus is at the moment, I believe, in Scorpio. She's in Scorpio, I know that, but I don't know if she's been there the full month of November. Venus. No, excuse me. She is actually at home with you in your constellation up until the 8th, when she then makes her move into Scorpio. So she's right at home with you, obviously, in Libra. She loves being home, being part of the relating to others, the diplomatic ability to get along with others, valuing the finer things, appreciating the beauty, the symmetry, the arts, things like that. That's all Venus, and that's all about you. But she does make her move into the underworld, into Scorpio, as I said, on the 8th. There's a lot of planetary activity in Scorpio. One of the big moves that occurs was Jupiter. So with Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, Lord of the Underworld, we're talking about the deep stuff, deep feeling, deep seeing, deep thinking. Scorpio is the deepest sign. Those are not shallow waters. Those are deep, deep waters. And water is an appropriate term for it. You can't see everything. It's the unconscious. It's the subconscious. It's the stuff that we repress. It's the stuff from very, very early childhood that still motivates our actions or inactions today. So that's why Scorpio is important as a constellation and as an energy. When your ruling planet Venus goes into Scorpio, she brings beauty, romance, feeling, relationships, and love to that. Okay, so it amplifies Venus. That includes sensuality. Scorpio is kind of known as being the sexy sign. They're the sex and death house, 8th house, sex and death, right? So it's the stuff you don't talk about necessarily with mom and dad or the nuns or in confession. But it is very much a part of our lives. It's the stuff that motivates everyone. So with her there, there might be some hot loving going on. You might have amorous feelings, and things like perhaps if you're dating someone, it might go to that next level, not just sexually, but it intensify. The feelings might intensify. You might actually be expressing feelings of, the love word, the L word. So yeah, everything in Scorpio is a big deal. And Jupiter particularly. Jupiter is a very big and expansive planet. And as I said, Pluto, his brother Hades, the Lord of the Underworld, is in Scorpio, the Underworld. So if Jupiter, Zeus, the main god at Mount Olympus, goes into the Underworld, he brings that expansive energy to illuminating things down there. So a lot of shit's going to come up, and it's also making aspects to Uranus and Aries. Uranus is retrograde in Aries. So Uranus is an unpredictable energy in a hot and fiery constellation of Aries, and it's in retrograde. It does not like things to stay stagnant. It likes things to change. It's an unexpected, unpredictable energy. And as it relates to that, making an aspect with Jupiter, which is bringing up this stuff in the underworld, these deep-seated things that we don't always let everyone see, the dark, the shadow work that we do. Things are going to come up. Things are going to start coming to light that perhaps have been glossed over in the past. And I think if you're honest, if we really take a good look at the world stage, at social media, at trends in humanity at this point in time and space, you can see that happening. Things that used to be okay and you could get away with People are like, that's not cool. It's not going to fly anymore. Okay. So this is about that. This is actually very good energy, but it's intense. So be prepared for that, especially this November. Lots of intense feelings, lots of feelings. What else can I tell you? Speaking of feelings, we can discuss what's in Pisces. We've got Chiron in retrograde, the wounded healers. That's feeling a lot, looking back a lot at our feelings. We've also got Neptune still in Pisces, going direct eventually, which will help to alleviate some of these feelings, these deep, intensive feelings, because that in retrograde, Neptune is a very, what's the word? Emotional, spiritual, but kind of spacey energy. When it goes direct, it's a little bit more focused. You might find that you're able to get a little bit more stuff done, and you might be able to look at emotional things a little more logically. Mercury staying direct for the duration of the month. It's going to move from Scorpio into Sagittarius on the 6th, which is today. Yes. What else? North Node still in Leo. Oh, Capricorn. No, excuse me. Pluto is still direct in Capricorn. Saturn is still in Sagittarius and is retrograde. And interestingly enough, Saturn will eventually be making its way into its home planet of Capricorn in December 20th. So that will impact a lot of Capricorn friends that you might have, another cardinal sign. But actually, it will have a huge impact on our institutions, as Saturn tends to be about the law, the rule of law. So I think that's it for astrology. Oh, sorry, there is a new moon in Scorpio. There's the full moon on the 4th, which is just passed actually last Sunday, the 4th of November, and that was in Taurus. And the new moon will be in Scorpio on the 4th quarter of Scorpio, the very tail end of Scorpio, at 6:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so let's get into your reading, Libra. We are using the Morgan Greer, which is a very colorful graphic version of the original Rider-Waite-Smith. We're going to do a supernal triangle pull. It's a 3-card pull. This is based upon the supernal triangle, or the top portion of the Tree of Life. So for example, if you follow the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, this would be Keter, Chokmah, and Binah. If you follow the Kemetic Tree of Life, this would be Amina Source, Tehuti, and Sekert. Jungian theory, it would just be superconscious, conscious, and subconscious. Okay? So Libra, cardinal sign, the scales. What's going on with Libra from November 2017? Balancing, diplomat, lover of the arts and beauty, refinement, really intelligent. I always wondered why so many leaders end up being Leos when actually Libras would be the best leaders, at least the best diplomats. I know why, because they never get anything done because they can't make up their minds. Sorry. With good reason. Libra weighs all its options. All right, one more. Okay, Libra. Holy Hecate. What information can you give us for Libra, November 2017? Cardinal sign. Fair party. Just party. Seeking fairness and justice. Often social warriors, social justice warriors. Sticking up for the little guy. What does Libra need to know? Holy Hecate, cosmic soul. Thank you. Oh, nice. Super consciousness gives us strength. Conscious mind. Ace of Pentacles, waiting for some new opportunity or some financial or health source. Pentacles are the manifested world. So it's usually money or health. And subconscious, the Tower. Whoa. Well, with all these planets in Scorpio, it would not be surprising if something were to come undone. Okay, so superconscious is telling you you've got strength, you've got health, as usual. And this is kind of indicative of that concept of the iron fist in the velvet glove. You see how she gently is able to subdue that lion. Not with force, assertion, but gentle and diplomatic assertion. That's your nature. On your mind is you're waiting for something. It looks like I don't think this is health relating. I think it's financially related. Because you're waiting on some kind of information. It could be about a job. It could be about a move related to a job. But it's financially related. It's foundation and substance related. Physical, manifested world, day-to-day stuff, substance. Because in the subconscious, you've got the Tower in the upright position. 2 major arcana. So this is likely karmic. This is something that needs to happen for your soul's growth. So don't be afraid of it. And it's not necessarily something bad. The Tower does not always mean something bad. It's all relative. So the Tower falls down, right? Everyone knows this. The Tower falls down and falls apart because the foundations on which it's built are shabby. They're not strong. They're not solid. So superconscious is letting you know that you have the strength, you have the fortitude, you have all of the resources that you need for this change. For this change to happen. It will happen regardless. You have what it takes. It's part of your lesson as you're patiently waiting for this information. And I'll get some more clarification on this. But there's a big change coming. Feels like it's financial or job related. It could be home, where you're living. So what is this that we're waiting on? What is Libra waiting on here? What information or message or income source or health source or messages it relates to the health? What is it that's not forthcoming here financially? Holy Hecate. Please help me understand what's going on with Libra. What's on the conscious mind for Libra? Pentacle and Ace of Pentacles, the essence of the source of the manifested world. Whoa. Obstacles. Oh, a couple of obstacles. Yeah, okay. We got Set. We got Scarab. And Crook and Flail. Set is the Lord of Obstacles. Brother of Osiris. He's the Satan, basically, in the Cartouche or the Kemetic mythos. I think he's an aardvark, I'm not sure. But yeah, he's an obstacle. He has to do with obstacles. And this obstacle that's slow moving, so Scarab is indicating there's a rebirth here. Crook and Flail tells me it has something to do with an authority figure. So there's a delay for sure. You need something here. There's some essence, some source of income or of health or of finances or of stability that you're waiting on. And the reason you're waiting on it is Set and Crook and Flail, meaning obstacles brought on by figures of authority. This could be you waiting for a home loan. This could be you if you were a victim of one of these wonderful natural disasters. Certainly they weren't created by our government. Oh well, whatever, I don't care what you think. People think I'm crazy. I probably am. These natural disasters, perhaps, you know, your FEMA money or your insurance money is being held up by bureaucracy. But Scarab's reminding us here, and Strength was reminding us by superconscious, Scarab reminds us that this is part of a renewal process for you. This is part of a, this is part of you coming to understand patience, um, hardship, and that sounds really negative. Hardship always sounds negative, but trials are ultimately opportunities for growth, obviously. Are they easy? No. Are they going to require patience here? Yes. That's kind of what I'm feeling. There may be a specific group of Libras, a Libran energy, or maybe it's just one Libra, but it feels like you have been a victim of one of these disasters, one of the hurricanes that occurred, or a fire, or something like that. And you are waiting to begin again, to rebuild. But there are obstacles as a result of authority figures that I guess are, in this case, are doling out, are not actually doling out the cash that you need to rebuild with the natural disaster fucked up. Super consciousness is telling you you have the strength to see this through. Again, this is a renewal process. You will be building something new. You'll be building something new and better on better foundations than what you had before. It just takes patience. And I think the lesson, because it is, again, major arcana, in a sense, this is major arcana as well. This is a karmic lesson. Not a, I told you so, or you're a bad boy or girl. More like, you will overcome this. What you're having to learn here, I believe, is patience. And you're learning a lot about the powers that be as a result, as we all are. So do your homework on that. Possibly look into, if I am talking to this one particular or few particular Libras that have experienced the natural disasters or finding obstacles, getting what they need as a result. Take the opportunity to look into advocacy groups. There are all sorts of questionable laws on the books that are being attempted that could possibly withhold assistance to those that have been affected. So, you know, look into advocacy groups if you really are hitting a brick wall on that. Because there's a lot of political upheaval, legislative upheaval right now. Saturn's at the galactic center. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Libra. Yours is going on and on. I apologize. Almost at 20 minutes here. But look at advocacy groups. I think it could really have a big impact on helping you either get some answers or get what you need. And please reach out to friends. Okay? You might have the feeling that I can do this on my own. I don't need to, you know, put my problems on someone else. Well, that's what people that love you are there for. And remember, you've got the strength to do this. You will renew. You will come out on better. Come out better from this. Just learn the patience and possibly learn what these folks are up to. Okay. I think that's it, Libra. Hopefully this helped one or two or somebody. It seemed pretty specific. If you have questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Or if you would like to book a reading that's more specific to you, I'd be happy to help you. We have very reasonable prices. Feel free to email me at memes@hotmail.com. That email address is in the description box below the video. I will be uploading the second lunation, the new moon in Scorpio, around the 18th. And until I see you in December, have a wonderful rest of November. Try to keep the feelings from getting too intense. All the scorpionic energy is making things very intense, but it needs to happen. And keep the faith. It's all going to work out. You've got what it takes to see through it. Rely on friends and seek advocacy groups if you're really running into brick walls. Okay. Much love. Bye-bye.